Hi, babe. Hey, Talking Tuesday.
Hi everyone, I'm Carrie Campbell and this is Talking Tuesday. First, let me introduce you to my crew.
Bob.
Amity. Lizzie.
Yeah.
And we have a special guest here tonight. We have the one and only, the Next.
Woo!
Next up.
Carter, take it away. Can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi, I'm Carter Sammons. I've been playing with the Next for about a year and a half now. It's been a great experience. I've been playing guitar since 1982.
Damn.
Oh,
Right.
I was a very little person.
You're old.
I don't know if I was ever that little. But no, I previously played with King's Ransom, Less Than Zero, Makeshift All-Stars, and then now the Next. And it's been a wild journey.
The crazy thing that we love about Carter too is not only is he one of the lead singers, the guitar player, he covers all of the lead guitar parts, the rhythm guitar parts, he sings, he dances, he raps, but he's also, the majority of the time, he runs sound for the whole band. Yeah. So Wow. he is the sound engineer, he's the guy who does our mix, sets it, and then that's the show. So
Yeah, I'm Eric Storr. I'm drums with the Next. I also play with the Tina Daniels Band, and DJ and I do a acoustic trio with Jake Thomas Band. And I've been playing drums since like the mid-70s.
Ah.
I was 50 years old in the 70s.
Yeah,
so, yeah,
right.
that was me.
So,
Good for you.
God, first band was the Russ Ketterer Band, then the Artie and Igniters. Then I was in a long time with a band called Three Car Garage. Played around Pittsburgh a
I
lot.
feel like I've heard of that. That's a great
Yeah.
band
Before.
name.
And then I started playing with the Next. We took a little time off, and I started playing with the Next again. And
So what's next?
hopefully that's it. So, yeah, it's been a great. The band's been around for a long time. I've been around about almost half the time. DJ's the original member.
DJ, what's going on with you?
My name's DJ Vizjak. I'm the bassist and one of the vocalists for the Next. We have been together for 23 years this year. I started the band in October of 2003. So we've been at it for a long time. It's almost always been a three-piece band. It just works best for us. The band has had some good local success. We have a great time doing it. I think the biggest attribute is we're friends. We get along great.
these guys book like crazy. Like we did all those shows, like 57 shows last year. 90% of them were booked by these guys. So I'm like tech. You know, I set up the in-ear monitor systems, the PA system. I do a lot of that. And then, of course, on top of jumping around like a maniac on stage.
Absolutely.
There's no stress. There's no drama. We love playing music. We love being out and doing shows. We try to play as many shows a year as we possibly can. And these guys make it easy. So it's a joy.
You make it easy, buddy.
Just putting the effort together. Everybody's on that same page together. It just makes it easy. And these guys just make it easy. We show up for rehearsal every week. We're set up and ready to go.
Oh, so awesome.
Feel the love.
Why, can I ask how you got the name, The Next?
I came up with it, and it really started for the simple reason of it was the next project that I was going to be in. And just kind of dropped the whole project and just said, the next.
What are some of the upcoming shows that you guys do have coming up? Within, like, I know you guys play a lot of 31. You guys play a lot of the like Bridgeville, Pittsburgh, my area type of scene. Where are you guys looking forward to play? Where are you guys coming up at? Where is all the details?
Our next show.
Ha.
The next
The next show.
It almost sounds like a cliche.
The
when I
next
say
show
that.
from the
Yeah,
next.
But no, the next show is actually going to be right here at Blue Steel in
Yes.
Weirton. It's our first show back since DJ had his surgery, and he's now recovered. And so we took some time off during the winter.
Yeah, reduction.
Yeah, we actually took a much needed break. We wrapped up last year with 57 shows. So,
Wow.
Awesome.
So taking the winter off was really, it was okay. It was good for us. And DJ got a chance. Yeah, yeah. I mean, with the weather too. So that it's actually like, wow, this kind of worked out. Like
Yeah,
we had
the
some really
weather
bad
was
weather, so
terrible.
like we didn't have to cancel gigs or anything.
I'm 70. I've never seen a winter this windy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's windy every
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're all like amped to get back out and play. Having 3 months off has been crazy. So we're
So-
looking really forward
So
to
you guys
March
been,
6th.
Like, keeping
You
up
got
the
that
rehearsals
itch.
and everything
Oh, yeah.
all
Yeah.
through the winter just to get prepared.
Yeah,
Well,
we'll learn a bunch of new tunes, and we have, so we're looking forward to playing some.
Oh.
some
We
stuff
didn't want to
out.
be, we didn't want to be the same old, same old. We were like, okay, we're going to take this time off, revamp the entire show.
March 7th is Santello's in Washington.
Okay.
Yep.
And then we've got multiple shows as we creep into, our summer show season is when we're the
Right.
busiest. May
Yeah.
through the end of September is always crazy.
I love when you guys play down 31.
Yeah.
I do. I
Yeah,
love when you guys get 31.
it's a great room. We love playing there. We are trying to branch out a little bit this year.
Yep.
Just so that we don't kind of saturate the same area and play a lot of the same area a lot. So, Carter just lined a place up in Amsterdam, Ohio,
Oh, that's awesome.
which is kind of outside of the norm for us. We're heading down into Greene County, Dilliner, PA,
Okay.
new room called the Two Rivers Marina. We have a show there at the end of March and a
I'm
show
so
there at the
looking
end of
forward to that
April.
one. That one looks so fun. I cannot wait.
Yeah, so we're just trying to branch out a little bit and get a little further out so that we're kind
As you
of
should.
spreading the name a little bit more and
Right.
not, kind of saturating the same area.
Right.
Yeah.
So
We really do. It's one of the strategic things we do is we try to not play, like we're not going to play uptown on the 6th and then
Right.
on the 7th play down the street or downtown in the same town. We
Right.
really do. We make a conscious effort to spread that out because it's fair for us but it's really fair for the venues as well. You're going to divide your crowd in half.
Let me ask you guys, we'll start with you. Who's your musical influences? Like, what got you started?
So I grew up really in the middle hair band era,
Okay.
Okay.
leaning more into the grunge era. So big influences. I was a huge Motley Crue fan when I was a kid.
Okay.
Yeah,
Def
everyone was.
Leppard.
Yeah.
And then, kind of when grunge came in, big Alice in Chains fan,
Big time.
Stone Temple Pilots. Those are all bands that I really, really dig.
Tell us your story.
All right,
yeah,
so,
we have-
all right, so I started, so my first influence of rock was in the 70s, late 60s, early 70s. But I'm a John Bonham, I mean, he's number one. A strong 1B is Neil Peart from Rush.
Okay.
Like, very technical. I
Yeah.
prefer the Bonham playing of drums, but I mean, Neil Peart was great. But I grew up in all that, and then into the '80s, I liked. I didn't like some of the hair bands were a little cheesy to me, but I liked a lot. I liked some of them, like
Same here.
Crew
I'm
and
not
stuff
gonna
like
lie
that.
to you. Same here.
But '90s, 90s is probably my genre of music that I love the most. I really love a lot of '90s grunge and going into the 2000s. But I'll play anything. I just love to play drums. So
My influences. One of my biggest influences was really just the guitar itself. If you look at pictures of me when I was like 2 or 3 years old, everything I picked up was a guitar. Tennis racket, guitar. A stick, it was a guitar. If it was a toy gun, I turned it around and it was a guitar. That's what. So the guitar itself was just a fascination of mine before I even knew really what it was. It was just a fascination. As far as musical influences, like the first time I heard like the rock and roll distorted sound of guitar. I remember just loving that sound. Kiss was the band that introduced me to
I
that.
forgot to
I love
Kiss was
Kiss.
my first love.
Kiss was
Yeah.
I think
So-
Kiss was a big influence for
and,
me.
and as a kid, so I was born in '75. So like as a kid, Kiss was still really relevant in the late '70s and early '80s. So I'm like a little kid. Well, Kiss is all makeup and show. They're like cartoon characters.
Uh-huh.
Of course, a kid is gonna
Yeah.
like that. Like,
Right.
what is that? Oh, and that sound. Oh man, So
Yeah.
you get those. I mean, I was just my girlfriend's off camera. I was just hanging out with her last night, and I'm like singing I was playing Kiss in the bar downstairs, and I'm like singing every lyric. It's like, by the way, I know a lot of Kiss lyrics.
My first concert, Kiss.
Kiss. My first concert was also Kiss.
I took my son his
Yeah.
first concert.
1987,
Yeah.
Civic Arena back when it was there. 1987 was their Crazy Nights tour. It was my 13th birthday present from my parents, and my dad took
That's
me to go
awesome.
see Kiss. Ted Nugent opened up. Ted Nugent was the
I
opener. So
think you actually answered my question on my social with that.
okay. Oh yeah, because
You did.
we did. Yeah, because
Yeah.
you run those music questions. I pop in on those every once in a while. So
Those are good ones.
as time went
Yeah.
on, you know, you're a kid and there was no internet back then, so you really kind of like rely on what your mom is listening to on the radio, you know, 3WS. Oh,
I was just talking about 3WS earlier.
Froggy.
Oh, yeah.
So
You guys remember 105, 103?
So it was later on when I started taking lessons. I started playing when I was 6, and my dad was a guitar player, or is a guitar player. He's still alive. He's 80. But he's a guitar player, and he taught me like far along until like I was about 9. And he was like, "Son," he goes, I
can't teach you.
Yeah, he was like, it's like I'm really, you know, I'm not like a great guitar player. He goes, it's about all you got. You got to take lessons. One of the funny things was that I didn't want to take lessons because I was thinking school. I was like, oh, this is school. I don't want to take lessons. So I go into Rocket Music, long gone music. You remember Rocket Music?
Where's that?
Music store.
Great music store in Weird a long time ago. I go into Rocket Music to buy my dad a guitar strap for Christmas, and this kid is like busting out the latest David Lee Roth's, song, and it was a hit song at the time. I can't remember. It was off the album Skyscraper. Anyway, not important.
Got a fast car.
I don't think that was it.
I
But-
did it my way.
But he's busting out this, and I'm a little kid, and I walk up to him. He's like a teenager. I was like, "How did you learn how to play that?" Because it was just an alien to me that like, wow, you could learn. You're like, oh, I thought that was for rock stars and stuff. I didn't realize that people could play this. And he was like, "So where did you learn how to play that?" And he points at Dave Helba. You guys know Dave. You know Dave Helba. And I turned around and I was like, "Can you teach me how to do that?" He goes, "Absolutely." And Mom, I want to take lessons. That was it.
Here.
That was it. So my influences changed a little bit from Kiss. And then, of course, you know, I discovered Van Halen. Obviously, you know, you discover Van Halen.
Yep.
And then,
First time I heard of Van Halen 1.
yeah, it was like, what is he even doing? I don't even know what this
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
And then guitar players like George Lynch from Dokken was a huge influence for me. If you actually come to a next show, you might hear a few Dokken licks just because I like George Lynch a lot. So you might. I
You
steal one of
will.
those.
It's
right?
not might, you will.
Yeah.
Randy Rhoads from Ozzy Osbourne
yeah.
was a huge influence on a lot of my guitar playing. Loved all that stuff. And then more technical people, lesser known people like Yngwie Malmsteen,
Yes.
I know
who
who he is.
not necessarily like a household name, but in the guitar world,
You
he's
know it.
yeah,
Top
he's
of the
he's
line.
yeah, he's top of the line. So Yngwie was a huge influence on that stuff. I think I had every Yngwie Malmsteen album at one point. And we're talking about a 14-year-old kid had every Yngwie Malmsteen
Right.
album at one point. So that was there was a lot. Those were my influences.
So I always say, if you could hear what we're saying to each other on stage,
Yeah.
you could sell it and make killer money. It,
Why don't we do that
sometimes
one
That's
time?
funny.
it's so funny because what a lot of people don't realize is when we're playing and we're entertaining, we're people watching the majority of the time.
Yep.
At least I am. And it's so funny, but every once in a while, you know, we'll communicate as we're playing. And trust me, if you can hear what is being said on stage,
It's all good.
Can we get
it's all
some
good, but it's
references?
the best comedy show you'll catch.
And with that, we want to thank the Next for coming here tonight and sharing your story. And we appreciate you so much and everything you guys do with music. We will be at that next show supporting because you guys are amazing. And we want to thank you guys for supporting local. Jump on their Facebook, give them a like, a share, and we'll see you at the next show.
Shout out to the Blue Steel.
Blue Steel, March 6th, the next.
Check them
And
out.
also, what we were talking about is Dave Watt, Last Resort. Patronizing.
Love you guys. See you next week.
See you next Tuesday. Ha ha ha.